A quick question: did you channel Ricardo Montalban, or did you make Mr. Roarke your own approaching this movie?
I kind of did a little bit of the two, because initially I had the idea of playing him like myself, you know, and then so I was reading it time and time again, and then once we got into rehearsing and I put it up on its feet, I thought, you know what, there's something kind of missing. So I went back to the drawing board, so to speak. I always had it in the back of my head that maybe I would do something like an accent. I didn't really know, but you know, when Jeff Wadlow and I were rehearsing, I thought, well, you know what, maybe I should study Ricardo Montalban, and see what I can borrow from him in a way. So instead of looking at his work in the TV show, what I did was look at the man himself. You know, he grew up in Mexico City. He did a lot of theater, did a lot of Shakespeare. So I thought, oh, very cool. I'll just do that, and that's what lent itself to being a bit more demonstrative and you know, doing gestures that would normally would feel foreign to an American actor, you know, that's used to doing modern movies and speaking in a very modern way, I guess.
Yeah.
So I did take elements from that.
What was the show ran for quite a while, I believe 77 to like 83 or 84. Did you learn anything around the show that you were like kind of like, wow, like I know for a fact that Orson Welles was even considered. What did you find out about the show that you were probably like, wow, that's pretty amazing?
Well, for me, it was it's more that there was a guy by the name of Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah.
That was a Mexican American or Mexican actor that starred in a TV show. Like that wasn't happening very much, and you know, there was only a handful of guys in all of network television that were doing that. Edward James Olmos being one of them, Freddie Prinze Jr. You know, but there was really a handful of people. So to me, as a kid, even before I could really understand what was going on, it was somewhat special to see someone, you know, that sounded a bit like your father on the American television show.
That is dope, man. So do you watch the show when you were a kid? You encountered it a few times?
I did, but I didn't really fully understand it, you know? So I really wanted to, but the thing that me and my brother were both really enamored with was the tattoo character. We absolutely loved that character. We liked every time he spoke. He was so cool. We've never seen anybody like him.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like such a fiery guy. And he said, you know, the plane, boss, the plane.
Yeah.
And you know, and he made that an iconic scene, you know. So yeah, but I more watch it nowadays and thought, wow, this is a really great premise, and that's why I wanted to do the movie, because I thought the basic idea of it was so cool. And I said, why not do a movie like that? So that's why I agreed to do it.
Interesting. You say the basic idea. What do you think the moral of the story is? Because I see a lot of like that could be going on. What do you think the message is behind Fantasy Island, the movie, and the TV show?
Be a good person. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I think it's just, you know, the obvious is be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. You know, so there's needs and wants, and then there's desires. You know.
Yeah.
I think I try to stay in the lane of needs and wants.
So the filming locations, man. I mean, can you talk a little bit about those? Because like it looked like you guys were on a paradise area. Was it awesome? Was it like a paid vacation? I know you guys work hard, but man, can you talk a little bit about the locations?
Yeah, it wasn't really like a paid vacation because, like, I personally love the golf. I've yet to do a movie at Pebble Beach and Pebble Beach golf links. You know, that would be the ultimate for me. Like I would be able to play twice a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. That would be fantastic. But that's yet to happen. You know, and you know, when you go, there's these hotels that are right by the beach. So basically, you just go by the beach, and after a while, like I got homesick. You know, I'm like, I love the beach and everything, and it's cool, but you know, it's been a week, and let's get out of here. But then, you know, I was advised that there was 10 more weeks or 9 more weeks to go.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it really is nice. Like when you do a movie like this, what you want to do is really capture the locations and hopefully wow people and take them to a place that they've never been to before. And I'm sure that not a lot of people, even if they've been to Fiji, haven't been to this one location.
Awesome, man. Did you find talking a little bit about? Let's talk a little bit about the fan base, because we have a young cast here, including yourself. But you know, since the show was in the 70s, did you find that making this movie brought in like kind of like, I want to say, a more mature crowd that you've never seen before? How was the fan base that were drawn or got the attention of this project? Did you encounter any of them?
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't really know. I can't really answer that question because, you know, the movie comes out tomorrow, so we have yet to see who's going to be the driving force of, you know, this weekend at the box office. So we don't know. But the thing is that the premise, I think, works. It's something that people can relate to, or people would want to see, hopefully. And we have yet to see, but hopefully, you know, the older audience that remembers the show will be able to see it and understand that this is like the natural progression of a show like this. If you see television shows back in the 70s, like the late 70s, they were way different than how the shows are today. Like there wouldn't be a Narcos Mexico, you know, in the late 70s. And so I think that, you know, this is modernized well.
Last question, please.
Okay, I got it. My last question, and Michael, thanks for calling me, man. It's an honor.
No worries.
Listen, where do you see this going? Because I would love to see this like every other year, a Fantasy Island adventure. Or man, it would be great to even see something in the streaming service. Where do you see this going?
You know what? Like to see it every other year would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, we got to wait until, you know, hopefully it does business. And I really had a great time playing this character, and I thought it was so much fun. And to be honest, it was quite challenging because of the language. You know, it's not every day that you get to speak in somewhat of a Shakespearean way, but with a Spanish accent. That doubled the challenge for it, I guess you could say. It was not easy, and I had to rehearse quite a bit in order for it to make it feel like my own.